welcome parents, grandparents, relatives, and friends to Cotter's commencement exercise, and a special congratulatory welcome to the class of 2011. It is an honor to receive all of you on this, the 29th day of May, in the year of the Lord 2011, in which Cotter begins its centennial celebration with the hosting of this year's graduation ceremony on Cotter's campus. As some of you may or may not know, we have returned to our own campus after 45 years of celebrating on the St. Mary's University campus. At this time, I extend a heartfelt thank you to St. Mary's University for their generous support of our Cotter graduates over the years. I would also like to now offer to all those who participated in preparing this environment for our graduates. These individuals have been planning for several months and have put in many hours to make this day special for our graduates. I'm especially thankful for Mrs. Blank, who organized the graduating committee work, Mrs. Werner, who coordinated the finite details, Mr. Wanensky and his maintenance crew, who labored with setup and grounds, Mr. Records, Mr. Nemo, and Mr. Gibson for their attention to sound and stage details, Mrs. Cochran for liturgy, Mrs. Lasowski for programming, and of course our wonderful Mrs. Snyder and Mr. Records for the choir and music, and Mr. Gummestead for the band. Thank you all as well to all the silent participants who gave of their time and talent. I'm very excited to be a part of this new tradition that beholds the grandeur of our Cotter, as you see symbolized in our Cotter crest. The Cotter C is featured in the center of the seal. The symbol captures the very essence of Cotter. The C is featured in the center of the seal. The triangular shield is a defense against evil, which represents the moral strength and integrity that characterizes our Cotter students, who will soon become new participants in a world of changing dynamics and increasing challenges. The X, or the chi, the P or the rho, together chi-rho, are used as a two-letter combination that abbreviates the Greek translation of the name of Christ. Traditionally, the Roman lamp at the bottom is a symbol of the light of knowledge radiating the flame of truth. The Latin motto, Veritatem Variantur, is translated, let them respect the truth. The inspiration for this motto comes from Pope Pius XII's Pax Romana, in which he stated that the primary objective of all Catholic education should be, and I quote, giving to young minds a respect for truth and guiding them along independent lines of thought indispensable to their intellectual maturity. Graduates, you have been provided with an education steeped in a strong Catholic teaching tradition. As you leave today, you move forward, encouraged to reach the potential that God has intended for each one of you. I am sure you can recall a specific class or an individual teacher at Cotter who not only provided you with a set of expectations, but also offered the support to help you realize your goals. As you step forward, remember you are not alone in this world. All of us at Cotter stand behind you and continue to support you with our prayers. You know you will always have a home in our heart and through our doors. Your existence in this new millennium will bring about your ability to exercise world citizenship. During your years with Cotter, you have already discovered the significance of working within a diverse community. This will become an essential asset as you navigate and engage in a global economy. Your departure from the walls of Cotter to the landscape of society demands your stewardship. In serving one another, you will discover a joy that surpasses the wants of this world. Our future depends on your willingness today to embrace a world with love and generosity. Never forget those in need. It is your duty, it is your call, and it is your responsibility to make our world a better place. We have all been called to holiness. Often this call is mistaken for perfection. My dear graduates, perfection is not a prerequisite for holiness or for goodness in the eyes of God. All that God requires is your yes. That means an effort to be resolved and to commit to constant conversion. That is all that is needed. Forgive yourself so that you may forgive others when you experience shortcomings. One of my favorite people is Blessed Henry John Newman. He said, "To live is to change, and to be perfect is to have changed often." Soon you will leave taking another step bringing you closer to the truth of who you are to become. Remember that God has created you for a purpose, and these last 4 years have provided you with a solid foundation for this act of discovery. As you uncover your purpose in this world, I can assure you it is beautiful, it is honorable, and it is worth your search because you are gifted, you are unique, and you are loved. Anthony D'Angelo said, "Develop a passion for learning. If you do, you will never cease to grow." It may not be packaged in formal education, but nonetheless, do not lose your desire to learn. Remember, with each step forward, change occurs. Do not look back to investigate the difference. Always look forward to embrace the new. I pray for you and ask our school's patron, St. Joseph, to intercede on your behalf, granting you by his prayers a resounding peace and joyful confidence as you discover the truth of who you are to become. Now I would like to introduce our valedictorian for the class of 2011. The Lord bringing me to humility. See, I make mistakes. Our valedictorian for the class of 2011 is Tianze Pong.
Test. Good afternoon, faculty, parents, and graduates and honorable guests. 2011 is a very special year in many ways. It is a year with the least snow breaks I have ever experienced in my life. But there was only 2 this year. It is perhaps a very successful fiscal year considering the magnificent crowd of our fellow international students. And it is the first year we're having 8 periods a day instead of 7. Well, we're graduating. Above all, most importantly, happy 99th birthday, Cotter, for being one of the... Okay, above all, most importantly, happy 99th birthday, Cotter. Your history is as long as the Republic of China. As always, thank you, 2011, for being so special. And thank you, Cotter, for being one of the most cherished experiences in my almost 1/5 century life. Also, my special thanks to all parents and grandparents for coming, especially my own, for traveling such great distance here. I want to tell you I love you, and I'm prepared to proceed to the next paragraph. I would like to thank our extraordinary teachers who contributed the most to our rich Ranger life. Here we have the kindest instructor, Mr. Miller, greatest storyteller who gives unexpected quizzes once in a while, yes, Mr. Muir. And we have got serious thinker, Mr. Downey, he gets things figured out. And Mr. Smith, who is always available and helpful, he never gives up on anyone about anything. Through him I see Jesus Christ. Mr. Costello employs a teaching style that promotes creativity, which is my favorite. And Mr. Nitty, our legendary math team coach, tells great math jokes. Okay, Dr. Wardo is a genius since he always has an answer. And finally, Mr. G. He teaches my favorite class, band, with such enthusiasm and dedication that deserves our deepest respect. I also thank the graduating class. You all have great characters. From you, I have learned how to be a better friend, better classmate, better teammate, and worse Chinese speaker. However, I wish to have more time to get to know more of you, class of 2011. You are multi-talented and hardworking. You deserve the future. I am honored to be with good athletes, fine musicians, and strong leaders like you guys and gals. Thank you all for the fabulous 3 years. Now that we're leaving high school and outgrowing our parents, obviously, as Dowling pointed out once, that life will be totally different in college because we're expected to be like our parents, burdened with adult responsibilities and calibrated by adult standards. But life will be totally controlled by ourselves, or almost so. Just follow your passion. Gandhi the Badu once said, simply pursue your interest and hunt for excellence. Success will catch you by itself. Maybe he didn't actually say it, but for sure he would agree. Thus, it is unnecessary to worry. Just chase after your dreams and keep doing what you do now. However, be prepared for some moderately increased degree of intensity, though. So, what if there is no dominant passion among the many you have? College may be your best time to test this out. Try to take a wide range of courses and feel free to change them if you feel like it. But remember, give up and let go only after trying with your best efforts. Be confident no matter how frustrating the situation seems, because opportunities are elusive. They shine from unexpected angles. Always look on the bright side of your life, and never lose hope. Gandhi might have also said. And finally, the time has come to say goodbye, but since I do not like goodbyes, let me put it this way. See you later, class of 2011. Future lawyers, photographers, business owners, teachers, artists, engineers, baseball coaches, researchers, and so on. According to perhaps William Faulkner, we shall prevail. Thank you.
To introduce to you the Student of the Year Senior Speaker, Emily Skeels. Welcome friends, family, teachers, faculty, and graduates. I remember being told back in grade school that in the year 2011 we'd be graduating from high school. Back then, though, it seemed like that day was light years away, and that it never happened. Look at us now. Today is a day of celebration. The celebration of the friends we have made, the relationships that have grown, the obstacles we have overcome, the numerous achievements we have reached, and the successful ending of only the first part of our lives. There have been many people along the way that we need to take the time and thank. First off is God for all the opportunities that He has blessed us with. To all the teachers who have stuck with us throughout the years, the things you have taught us, we will carry with us for the rest of our lives. We would not be sitting here today if it wasn't for you. To all the supporters of the Monona Catholic school system, thank you for making our school what it is, a great, safe community to grow up in. And to our parents, we are eternally grateful for all the sacrifices you have made for us. Let's give them a round of applause. Many of us have been together since the beginning, 12 years ago. And for those who have showed up along the way, you guys have just made our grade stronger. We've had such a great opportunity at Cotter because when you look around, you know every single person that you're graduating with, and not a lot of schools can say that. Over the years, we have had some of our peers leave our school. I hope they know that even though they aren't walking with us today, they still have a special place in our hearts, and we will always consider them our classmates. Although our grade has had some difficulties, and some had doubts about our class, looking out at you guys now, I am so proud of each and every one of you. Within the 4 years we've had at Cotter, the class of 2011 has accomplished so much. There's been state participation in both mathematics and athletics.
And I'm pretty sure the boys track team went to 2 teams this year. Not quite sure, but yeah. And as of yesterday, the softball team won the subsection championship.
Yeah.
There's many successful band and choir concerts. Turn the page. There's musicals, other performances, academic excellence, a 2-time world champ jet ski racer. Proud of you, everybody.